Hey, you ready for a stat?
Give it to us.
Corey LaJoie has had 13 lead lap finishes this year in 21 races. He's not finished on the lead lap 8 times. Take a wild guess. Who else has only 13 lead lap finishes this year?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about him too. I don't know the mystery at RCR. We talked about it last week. And Brad, I think you gave a great statement when you said it's like the season started without them.
Yeah. All of a sudden they were like,
dust.
oh, wait, Daytona's here. Okay, let's start getting ready.
And there's been obviously a fall off of Kyle Busch at RCR. Austin Dillon, nowhere to be found. Austin Dillon is below Corey LaJoie, I think, in points.
You're right. He's 32nd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, nothing good is coming out of Richard Childress Racing this year. I don't like that because that's one of our legacy teams. They're supposed to be decent, and they're not this year. There's no way to polish that.
And when you have a talent like Kyle Busch and you're not able to use that talent to get results on the racetrack in a meaningful way, that's scary because that shows me that whatever issue they have is deep rooted and it's going to take a lot, to overcome. I think at this point, you can tell even in his interactions, do you guys think Kyle has kind of just thrown his hands up and said, well, I guess this is it?
I want to thank Focus Factor and Cheddars and all my sponsors.
Right, exactly. I mean, and that's not Kyle Busch either. That's not who he is.
He didn't even care enough at Pocono to get really mad.
He doesn't even have his swagger to get mad like that.
And that is scary.
Yeah, very much
no,
so.
that is scary. I don't want to believe that's the case, but it's starting to look like it. It's just like, okay, just throw everything overboard, and maybe we start again next year. But I don't know if you're back at RCR, what's to make you think that next year is going to be decidedly better.
Yeah, Austin Dillon said last week in Chicago, he said, look, we're working on a lot of things. Kyle Busch believes in the process and the things that we're doing, but this isn't something that gets turned around, in my opinion, before Phoenix, the season finale. No. This is something that you hope to come back at Daytona, and you spent the last 6 months getting all of these things together, and now you're ready to do it. Look, Stewart-Haas Racing, albeit shutting down effectively at the end of the year, they've had a major turnaround this year.
Right.
They're having great finishes, knowing they're not going to be there anymore. If RCR can have that kind of turnaround, then this time next year we could be singing their praises.
I do want to applaud Stewart-Haas Racing for not tanking.
Yeah.
It would have been real easy to say, okay, we're just going to stop coming in and we'll finish 34th, 35th, 6th, and 7th. And they haven't. And actually, in some places, they're trending better.
And I think, there's a lot of reasons for that. Obviously, pride is one of them, all of those things. But, a lot of those folks over there are racing for their jobs, for a job. It is a job interview, you know? So if they can show that even with this lost cause of a team that's not going to be around in 2025.
I do want to add to what you just said that I kind of cringe when everybody says, well, now you're auditioning for a job. Shouldn't you have been auditioning for a job every time you show up at the racetrack?
Yes.
Shouldn't you say today,
it's a little different,
I give my all for Appalachian State. Yes, I'm going to give my all for this race team.
Sure. It's a little different, though, when you know for sure that you're not going to have a paycheck coming in at the end of the year.
I get it, but I hear that and I go like,
we're going to try today now that we're not going to be here.
Yeah.
Maybe if you tried yesterday, you would be here.
Yeah, now that my butt's in a sling, I'm really going to try.
Yeah, and I don't think that's how they were racing, but I get both of your points.
All right.